Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to the High Button Sports live stream of the gold medal game for the U17 division of the Atlantic Baseball Showcase. I'm Aiden Robertson here with you, and Matthew Dudelet will be my color man. And today's matchup features the home team, Team New Brunswick, and the visiting team, Nova Scotia. For your viewing pleasure today, we've gotten things a little bit fancy. We have 3 different camera angles for you. We'll run through them there on the mound, first base, and the wide spectrum. And now we're going to run through the starting lineups first for the visiting NSU 17 selects. Hitting first, leading off, Tyler Croteau is going to play left field. Ryan Avery is playing shortstop, batting second. Wearing number 15, Zach Jenkins is playing right field. Benito Bonilla playing left field, batting in the cleanup spot. Ryan McDonald playing first base and batting 5th. Batting 6th, playing second base, Brad Howitt. Batting 7th. Brad Howitt will be catching today, batting 7th and playing second base, Carter Higgins. The designated hitter, or the duck hunter, as Matt Dudelet likes to say, Matt McKenzie, batting 8th. And rounding out the order, playing center field, Nolan Cheeseman. On the mound today for the selects is Rory McDonald. Now for the New Brunswick team, leading off, playing second base, Max Jardine. Playing right field, Alex Rushton, batting second. In the 3-hole, third baseman Tyler Stewart. And batting cleanup, shortstop Dmitry Chikotko. Playing center field, Colin Betts, batting 5th. In the 6th spot, the designated hitter Ryan Galbraith. 7th, Ben Soak at first base. The catcher, Isaac Sparrow, batting 8th. And in left field, Jack Bennett rounding out the order. Taking the mound for Team New Brunswick today is Luke Doucette. So the team's just awaiting the umpires to arrive for the plate meeting. We'll come back shortly with first pitch in the gold medal game at the Atlantic Baseball Showcase. So Luke Doucette's done his warm-up pitches here for Team New Brunswick, and we are ready to get underway with the gold medal game as Tyler Croteau will step into the box for Team Nova Scotia. A sizable crowd here at Beasley Field this afternoon. Lots of people reserved their tickets well in advance due to COVID limitations. And it's a lefty-on-lefty matchup to begin the ball game as Croteau in those gorgeous team-issued stirrups will dig in. And the first pitch of the ball game swung onto the right side, hit foul. 0-1, so Croteau coming into the box aggressive. And the Nova Scotia hitters look like they're ready to rock and roll, eh, dudes? That was your chance to chime in.
What a great multitasker.
The 0-1 pitch taken outside, ball one. We've got a lot of moving pieces here in the broadcast booth for this one with the different angles. So bear with us. It's a learning process for us. And the count's 1-1 to Croteau. That pitch taken low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Both dugouts absolutely roaring for the start of this one. It's been a while since we've seen some interprovincial tournament play, so I'm sure they're excited with a chance to win a gold medal as Croteau cuts on that one and misses. Counts even, 2-2.
We'll look for lots of energy here as the young guns take part here in the gold medal game.
The 2-2 pitch from Doucette. Breaking ball never came down and the count runs full.
Good leadoff at bat here, working the count, making the pitcher Doucette throw, and you can't ask for much more to your leadoff hitter.
The payoff pitch. Cut on and hits it foul to the left side, and that's going near the batting cages. Nova Scotia wearing the blue tops today, New Brunswick in the white. For those at home. And the atmosphere here with the track meet going on behind us. Full bleachers to the left and right. 3-2 again, cut on and fouled off once more. And that goes down into the mezzanine level, as dudes taught me that word earlier today. It's not often you learn vocabulary from Matthew Dudelet.
Especially with words that have more than 4 letters.
But here we are. So we'll try the 3-2 for the third time. Breaking ball hit towards center field, and that is just off the glove of the shortstop, Dmitry Shakako. And so Nova Scotia with a leadoff base runner here on the single.
Shortstop number 12, Ryan Avery.
That'll bring on Ryan Avery, Nova Scotia shortstop, and Shakako just missed that one on what would have been a highlight reel play. You would have seen that on our High Button Sports Plays of the Week. So now we'll see what the lefty Doucette has. Potentially a pickoff move to first as Croteau, the leadoff man, takes a lead and Doucette will step off. The umpire was not even ready for that one. So a great leadoff at bat there from Croteau. Worked the count full. Got himself a single. And we'll see what Avery can do with a runner on base. First pitch cut on to the right side this time, and that's headed towards the center fielder who will field it. Croteau will hold up at second base as the throw comes in quickly, and so a first pitch single there from Ryan Avery, and Nova Scotia is in business here to start this ball game with 2 singles. That's a good piece of hitting there, went the other way with the pitch, and now you've got your 3-spot hitter, Zach Jenkins, the right fielder, will come in with 2 men on, and another gorgeous set of stirrups. First baseman playing in, seems to be worried of potential bunt from the 3-spot hitter. And the first pitch is cut on and a hefty hack there by Jenkins. He falls behind quickly, 0-1. New Brunswick parent group loved that first pitch strike from Doucette. Trying to perhaps get behind him, have him settle in a little bit after the first 2 singles. The 0-1, showing bunt is Jenkins, and he delivers it, and Doucette takes a spill in front of the mound. The catcher will turn and fire, not in time. And so it's going to be a bunt single there as Luke Doucette just lost his footing on the mound. Got to wonder if the grounds crew will come out and have a look at that. So the bases will be loaded, and the very rare bunt single from your 3-hole hitter has the bases loaded for Team Nova Scotia with Benito Bonilla, exactly the man you want at the plate, the cleanup hitter.
Tough break there for Doucette. Made a good play off the mound. Just lost his footing a little bit there.
First pitch to Benito is in the dirt. Good block there by the catcher Sparrow.
No relation to Jack.
Thank you, dudes. He indeed is not a pirate, at least that we know of. So the 1-0 to Bonilla. No relation to Bobby, I assume. Bobby Bonilla, of course, the richest man to not play baseball. An early action up in the New Brunswick bullpen. As two guys.
Something we'll see a lot of today, keeping the arms nice and loose here for any situation.
As Julian Bourgeois goes and warms up. Benito hits this one into left field. The catch is made, tagging up is the runner, Croteau. The throw is a dirt, and a one-hop to the plate is not in time. Croteau will score on Benito Bonilla's sac fly, and the Nova Scotia dugout loves it. So the runners will move to second and third now with one away.
First baseman number 16, Ryan McDonald.
Good quality at bat there over the 4-hole. Can't draw it up much better than that. The sac fly to deep left field, and that's going to get Nova Scotia on the board here.
So Ryan McDonald, the first baseman, will dig in. We'll have another lefty-on-lefty matchup, as it looks like Bourgeois continues to loosen up in the bullpen out in left field. The first pitch, McDonald, in there for a strike. On the New Brunswick side of things, clearly the fan bases are split. New Brunswick to the left on the left side dugout. Nova Scotia to the right, and New Brunswick getting rowdy early. The 0-1. Cut on and driven to the left side. That's going to be trouble. That'll score one, and on comes Jenkins rounding third. He's going to score easily as well on a single from Ryan McDonald. And so Nova Scotia early on jumps out to a 3-0 lead here on a 2 RBI single from Ryan McDonald.
Can't draw out much better than that for Coach Doucette and Team Nova Scotia. Jumping out to an early lead here, just jumping on some good pitches. So Doucette filled the zone to no avail here.
Yeah, it's not a bad pitch, and we're going to see a visit from presumably the pitching coach for Team New Brunswick here. The infield will come in, they'll try and settle him down a bit. Just another great piece of hitting going the other way with the pitch, threw the hands out there, and it blooped in.
So based on the slow pace of the coach, he's just looking here to slow down the momentum of Team Nova Scotia, as the energy is very high right now with a 3-0 lead and one out and a guy on first. So the coach is just going to get out there and try and calm the youngsters down. And he's doing a great job here. He's throwing a lot of strikes. And, obviously that's what you want to ask from your pitcher. And right now the balls are falling for Nova Scotia, but there's still lots of game to be played here.
That is the case. You also, if you're New Brunswick, though, you don't want to let this one slip away at all. It's a gold medal game. And if a lead becomes too big, a lot of times for a baseball club, that can be demoralizing, and that's not what you want to see. Pitching coach really taking his time getting off the field as well. As Brad Howitt, the catcher, is going to dig in. Pitching coach still not off the field. And finally, we're ready to play here. Doucette out of the stretch. A pickoff move to first, froze him, but back in time is McDonald. He wasn't anticipating that. You wonder if the pitching coach maybe said, we're going to go with the pickoff move right away. So we'll try the first pitch to Howitt again, as McDonald will take a smaller lead from first base. Not going. The pitch is swung on and missed high, and McDonald gets caught in the snap throw, and he will run to second base and take that. So a good call to go with the snap throw from Sparrow. He froze McDonald, who had to take off. And unfortunately for Team New Brunswick, Ben Soap turned around for the tag and nobody was there.
Looked like a delayed steal from here. Kind of confused the first baseman there as he turned around with the ball looking for the tag, and the runner was nowhere to be found.
So the count now, 0-1, the pitch, swung on and missed again. And Howitt quickly behind 2 strikes. Maybe that mound visit was all that Doucette needed to settle in.
A little bit antsy up there, and that's to be expected here in a gold medal game atmosphere.
Absolutely. I was nervous for both teams, and I'm just in the booth. They don't let me near the field to play. The 0-2. Cut on and missed. And so Doucette gets his first out on a strikeout, and we'll see maybe if that'll settle him down.
Carter Higgins.
Good bounce back batter there for Doucette. Gets his first strikeout. He's going to be feeling a little bit better after that now.
So Carter Higgins, the second baseman, will dig in here for Team Nova Scotia. He gets the signs from the third base coach. McDonald on second takes his lead. Out of the stretch, Doucette gets the sign he wants and delivers. That one fouled straight back to the backstop. Quickly 0-1, so Doucette seems to be finding a rhythm. He's not throwing too many balls. And eventually you are going to get outs. Keep throwing strikes. The 0-1 pitch now as McDonald takes his lead. Doucette stares back at him, delivers. And that one's hit to the left side, but well foul. And a fan makes a half-hearted reach over the fence to try and make a play on that one, but it'll go down the track. And New Brunswick player will run down and get it.
Just like to give a shout out to Coach Darren Doucette. It's been a while since I've seen him bend down that far, so he's locked and loaded here as the third base coach for Team Nova Scotia.
Of course, a staple for the Nova Scotia program. If you know baseball in Nova Scotia, you know Darren. And the 0-2 here to Higgins. Popped up. Chicago here is underneath it. And that is the third out. So Team Nova Scotia on 4 hits, and a sacked fly score 3 runs, and will now have to play defense up by 3 early on with New Brunswick coming to the plate. So Rory McDonald done warming up for Team Nova Scotia. He's today's starter. Gets a little tap on the back from Benito Bonilla. And New Brunswick, with their dugout and their fan base behind them here, will look to get those 3 runs back quickly, and the second baseman, Max Jardine, will lead it off for them.
Looks like a quick shutdown inning here for Nova Scotia will go a long way here.
First pitch off the plate and taken for ball 1, and the New Brunswick dugout is just booming. Never seen such a rowdy dugout in the first inning. Love to see it. That pitch taken low and inside as well. So quickly, McDonald behind 2-0. That one just missed inside. Jardine does a little twist. He's ahead in the count 3-0. The 3-0 pitch taken low, so a 4-pitch walk to start the ball game for Team New Brunswick, and they have their first runner on. Alex Rushton now going to dig in. Going to be a righty on righty matchup. We'll see if Jardine maybe in motion here. Signs from the third base coach. McDonald being the stretch early on here. Jardine takes his lead from first. Takes another step. Not going. That pitch taken low, and you got to think the take signal is on here until we see a strike from McDonald.
He's absolutely got to be the game plan here until he proves he can improve one over the plate here.
And already a mound visit here from Nova Scotia. Try and settle Rory McDonald in pretty quickly, and the umpire's going to go to third base and have a chat with the third base coach. So we're having all sorts of conversations here at the ballpark this afternoon. McDonald's got the message he needs. The umpire's not done himself. Things don't look too animated down there. And so the count 1-0 now. Rushton's in the box ready. That pitch in there, strike one. So the mound visit pays off, and Rory McDonald's officially into the ball game. Count at 1-1. Good count to run on. Signs from the third base coach over to Jardine at first. He takes his lead. A sizable one at that. Not going. That one outside. 2 balls and a strike. New Brunswick down 3 early here. Looking to see what they can do. That pitch missing outside as well. So McDonald still looking to find his groove. Behind in the count, 3-1. That one, outside corner, called a strike as Rushton was on his way down to first base. And as we mentioned this weekend before, you do that on an umpire, you're probably going to get sent right back in the box. So the count runs full now. Runner not going. That pitch grounded towards second base. It's fielded in a weird hop there as it bounced over the second baseman Higgins. And Jardine's going to go first to third on what surely will be a base hit. As a classic Beasley hop, right on the edge of the grass, bounces right over the shoulder of Higgins. And New Brunswick now with runners on the corners early.
Third baseman number 19, Tyler Stewart.
And there are your Beasley Sirens. We heard the gunshots from the track meet behind us and the sirens following. So it is a classic Sunday afternoon game here at Beasley Field. Tyler Stewart, the third baseman for New Brunswick, digs in as Howard will deliver the signs to his infield. Presumably what to do if Rushton is on the move. So from what could have been a double play ball to a weird hop, we now have runners on the corners. McDonald's delivering, runner not going. That pitch is in there at the knees for a strike. McDonald out of the stretch, checks the runner. Delivers. That one gets away from the catcher Howard, and time is called by the umpire. Time is called. I don't know if it was a foul ball or it hit the batter, but it is ruled dead. We'll await to see what the call is. We're going to have a conference here from the umpires, and so a little bit of dramatics here in the bottom of the first inning. Immediately, though, the home plate umpire came out and called time. So it is a dead ball, and I don't think you can score a runner on that. He'll go and inform the Nova Scotia coach immediately, who is waiting for a conversation. To me, it looked like a passed ball, which obviously wouldn't be dead, and the umpire seems to be saying that is my bad. So we'll see what the call is here. It was on the pass ball. Jardine did cross home plate. Rushton moved up to second. And it looks like that's what the call is going to be. They're going to allow Jardine's run to count. Rushton's going to move up to second. And the count moves to 1-1. One pitch is cut onto the left side, and that is going to go foul into the New Brunswick bullpen.
Still waiting on the word from the beer tent here as Very good sized crowd. Some of them might be itching to get in there.
Gotta think it's an opportunity to make some money here for Spindrift. The count 1-2. McDonald out of the stretch. Rushton off the second. That one cut onto the right side. Higgins has a play on it. Off the tip of his glove, he'll recover, make the throw to first in time for the first out. Meanwhile, Rushton advances to third base.
Shortstop, number 12,
Dimitri Shikako will dig in, the cleanup hitter for Team New Brunswick today.
Good opportunity here for the cleanup hitter to cut this lead to 1 now. Sack fly to the deeper part of the outfield. Is going to score a run here, you would assume.
Bonilla playing in at third base, and that one's popped up to the right side behind first base. And the ball is caught in right field and thrown in immediately by the right fielder that was in the blind spot area. So I apologize you didn't see it, as Cheeseman makes the catch and throws it in quickly. So Chicago is retired quickly. So 2 away now. It's going to be a little tougher to score that run from third as Colin Betts will dig in, the center fielder. Wonder if there's any relation to Mookie. McDonald has settled in quite nicely now. First pitch to Betts on the inside corner. Betts tried to sell it by turning around. Umpire was having none of it. New Brunswick love to score this run from third. The 0-1. In there, that one was inside. The count's even at 1-1.
Looks like the New Brunswick team bus driver is now in the crowd supporting the players. He's got a nice shirt and tie on the Team New Brunswick hat. You're going to assume that was a gift for all the work he's done so far this weekend. So shout out to Bussy.
That pitch is fouled off to the left side. It is always a sign of appreciation for the away tournaments to give. I remember, the Pee Wee tournaments for hockey, there was pins given out. Sometimes you give a jersey, a hat. But bus drivers are certainly appreciated by teams because without them, they don't get here, or at least together. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Colin Betts. That one cut on and missed for the first strikeout of the day as Rory McDonald settles in nicely after the first 2 runners reach. And we'll move to the top of the second inning. The score, Nova Scotia 3, New Brunswick 1. Ready to rock and roll here in the top of the second inning. As the duck hunter for Team Nova Scotia, Matt McKenzie's going to dig in. Doucette back out for a second inning of work. He found his groove late in the first inning after allowing the first 3 runners to score. First pitch there. Close, but ruled ball 1 by the home plate umpire. As Bourgeois continues to warm up out there in the left field bullpen. He's got a coach with him. And another player hanging out there. That one's in for a strike from Doucette. It's a bit of a party going on in the New Brunswick bullpen. Fans crowding, volunteers, everybody seems to be wanting to get in there. The 1-1. Curveball in for a strike. Seems to be the first time I can recall seeing that pitch from Doucette today. A little bit of a different look.
Bringing up the deuce early here.
The 1-2, do you see it again? No, went with the gas, and McKenzie frustrated as he cuts and misses on that one. The second strikeout of the day for Doucette.
The center fielder.
One away.
Nolan Cheeseman.
Doucette's definitely settled in here after the 3-run first inning. And like we said, he's pounding the zone. And as the game of baseball sometimes goes, those balls do drop.
So Nolan Cheeseman will dig in here, the 9-hitter for Team Nova Scotia, playing right field today. Shows bunt and missed that one. Quickly, strike one. Third baseman still playing fairly deep considering Cheeseman was fully committed to that bunt. The 0-1, bunt sign taken off, and he takes the pitch inside, 1-1. Bunch of sides from third base coach Darren Doucette there. We'll see what's on for Cheeseman here. He's taking 2-1.
Can't see Doucette giving one single sign there, so that's probably on Cheeseman. He probably made his own decision.
The smell of hot dogs creeping into the broadcast booth once again here as Cheeseman cuts on and missed that one. We're even at 2-2. Gonna have to see if we can swing a deal from the Happy Harry's tent to get free hot dogs in the broadcast booth. It's my budget of make money, don't spend it is in effect. That pitch, breaking ball, got away from the catcher Sparrow, and the count will run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. I know dudes would love to crush a hot dog right about now.
Dudes is on a diet, doesn't eat hot dogs.
That sounds like a load of bologna to me.
Ooh, I would go for some bologna though.
3-2, cut on and hit up the middle, and Cheeseman's gonna have himself a single. So he was protecting with 2 strikes there, even on a full count, and he reached out and tagged that one right back where it came from to turn the order over to Tyler Croteau, the leadoff hitter.
That's going to go down in the scorebook as a QAB, and that stands for quality at bat, running the count full, fighting off a pitch, and ultimately hitting it up the middle here for his first hit of the game.
And that's going to do it here for Luke Doucette. He leaves to an ovation from the fans in his dugout. We're going to see a pitching change as the bullpen gate opens, and I always like to see the long run in from the bullpen. And it'll be Julian Bourgeois for Team New Brunswick coming in to face the top of the order here.
We might have to have a talk there with the organizing committee and get ourselves a bullpen card here. I know that was a big topic of discussion during the Olympics. Not quite as long of a walk from the bullpen here, but I'm sure nobody will complain about a free drive to the mound.
So Bourgeois will get warmed up here, and we'll rejoin you when we're set to recommence play. So Julian Bourgeois on out of the New Brunswick bullpen to face Tyler Croteau, the top of the order. The final line for Doucette today goes an inning and a third, giving up 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. So Bourgeois will take over and see if he can settle things down here for Team New Brunswick. He takes on the runner Cheeseman on first. And Croteau is ready to go in the box. Shows bunt, pulls back, called strike, the throw down to 2, got him! A dart from Sparrow behind the plate, and it looks like there's some signs that got crossed there between Doucette, Croteau, and Cheeseman is gunned out at second base. So that's a start for Bourgeois, throws a strike, gets the out on the base path, and there's now 2 away in an 0-1 count.
So he acquires the runner and then quickly hits the delete button.
The 0-1 in the dirt. Counts even at 1-1. So that is a picture-perfect start for Team New Brunswick there. And Darren Doucette was furious with something there. So I assume there was a missed sign. Maybe Croteau was supposed to lay down the bunt instead of pulling back. The 1-1 breaking ball in there for strike 2. So Croteau going to have to protect here. Bourgeois comes set. Delivers that one just low. 2-2. We've got some parents from the track side of things watching. Everybody intrigued in this gold medal game. Plenty of people walking around. The 2-2. Breaking ball again. Called strike 3. So Julian Bourgeois doesn't even know the inning is over, but comes out of the bullpen and takes care of business with his first strikeout of the day, has a caught stealing, and we'll head to the bottom of the second inning. Nova Scotia doesn't score, still 3-1. Rory McDonald back over the mound for Team Nova Scotia here. After settling in nicely to finish off the first inning, Ryan Galbraith, the DH for New Brunswick, will dig in. No batting gloves and wrist tape. I automatically assume that means he means business. First pitch ripped to the right side onto the track. Look out! Just narrowly missing someone on the track. And he laughs it off. But that was inches away from a serious injury.
We will see if that gets in the head of the track and field afterwards.
We'll keep you posted on the results over there. The 0-1 pitch to Galbraith on the outside corner, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
A big bounce back in here. Not that he gave up too many runs here, but a few balls and a run scored, and he's right back in the saddle here on the mound.
0-2 delivery from McDonald. Up and in. Establishing the inside part of the plate.
Chili chin music.
That pitch misses low. We apologize if you hear some background noise today. Our head man in chief, Justin Belanger, is in attendance. He can't keep it to himself. 2-2 outside, and the count runs full. So Galbraith running it all the way back here, climbing the ladder. 3 balls, 2 strikes. New Brunswick dugout is going absolutely bananas, and I don't know how their voices are going to take this for 7 innings of baseball. 3-2 off the plate. Galbraith with a solid bat toss and a secondary bat toss by Soak on deck. So New Brunswick's got a whole lot of swagger here. And Galbraith battles back from 0-2 to take the base on balls. The second walk issued by McDonald today.
It's funny how the game of baseball goes, eh? The momentum for Nova Scotia was through the roof there for the first half of the first inning, and it seems to have kind of switched tides here, so I guess we will see how it unfolds.
Textbook. Galbraith takes his lead, and the first pitch there to Soak is taken for a strike. We're unsure if it's Soak or Soaky. Soke. Sock. So anybody watching that wants to help us out with that one, feel free. Going 1. Cut on and missed a big swing there by who we'll call Ben. No balls, 2 strikes. Galbraith at first, having a nice little chat with the first baseman Ryan McDonald. The pitch just missed the inside corner. McDonald wanted it, he didn't get it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Excuse me, 2 balls, 2 strikes. According to the scoreboard, that may be a scoreboard, it is fixed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the 1-2 for McDonald out of the stretch. In the other batter's box. 2-2. McDonald not trying to let Soak battle all the way back like the hitter before him, Galbraith, and that one's fouled to the left side. Headed towards the beer tent, and inside the beer tent it goes. Nobody there though. And Spindrift, if you're watching, get in there and make some money. Two and 2 here. We've watched more of the beer tent action, I think, this weekend than baseball itself. 2-2 again, fouled off, back off the screen. So a great at-bat here by Soak.
Brunswick with a great approach so far at the dish here. Fouling off lots of tough pitches, working walks. It's good things here from the youngsters from New Brunswick.
Soak with a set of stirrups, may I add. Can't let those go by without pointing them out. The 2-2 once more. Breaking ball. Lost the release point there. And the count has run full, so back-to-back hitters going down 0-2 and battling all the way back.
So Coach Wood there for Team New Brunswick, Corey Wood, giving the full count sign, making sure everybody's on the same page here.
Doodle seems to know everyone on every roster. The 3-2 missed the inside part of the plate, so he'll battle all the way back and fires a 15-foot-in-the-air bat toss as he is pumped to reach on the 3rd walk of the day. And we are going to see a mound visit here from Team Nova Scotia.
So pitching coach Sean Tomlinson, or as we like to call him, LT, for obvious reasons if you are a football fan. He finishes on the mound here. McDonald's going to stay. He will continue on to his runners on 1st and 2nd.
Mound visit in the 1st inning seemed to work after allowing back-to-back batters to reach in the first inning. He settled down and only gave up a run. We'll see if it happens again. First pitch there, cut on and ripped to the left side for Isaac Sparrow, the catcher, who came up ready to swing the bat.
So we do have an update, and I do apologize if you did hear me chewing there in the microphone. That is very disrespectful. But we do have an update on the last name of Ben, and it is, in fact, So Key.
So Key.
So thank you to Isaac Jones for chiming in there and alleviating us from saying the name wrong for the rest of the day.
So Soki off of first, Galbraith off of second, and some action in the bullpen for Team Nova Scotia as lefty Nick Gage gets going. Time called somewhere there. New Brunswick wants a balk. Not going to get it. So the count remains 0-1. McDonald ready. Delivers, showing bunt was the catcher Sparrow. He pulled back, but it's called a strike anyways. He's behind 0-2. The shortstop for Nova Scotia, Avery, was running behind the runner there, Galbraith, looking for a pickoff. The 0-2 cut on and fouled back towards the parking lot.
Very late heads up call there. Someone on the field.
Already hit the ground. We've got a fan in the skybox seats here next to us filming the game. Sir, this will be available on our YouTube page after if you'd like to watch it back. 2 strikes, and that one's drilled to left field. It's into foul territory. After it is the left fielder, and caught at the track as he runs into the wall. A really impressive catch there by Croteau, who loses the bucket and makes the catch on the run for the first out.
Absolutely no fear of the left fielder there. He said, if this is going to come down to me and the fence, I'm going to come out on top on this one. He does just that.
Galbraith was not tagging up there, so no runners advance, and that might be a missed opportunity here for Team New Brunswick. And that will bring in the 9-spot hitter, Jack Bennett. The left fielder. Infielders playing at double play depth. McDonald comes set. And there's a balk there, his knees buckled, and Galbraith loves it as he'll take third base. Soki will move on to second, and it was just a slight buckle of the knee there for McDonald, and you can't get away with that in the gold medal game. Maybe in the round robin, but not today. So the double play threat is taken away. Runners on second and third for Bennett. McDonald comes set. Fires that one on the outside corner for a strike.
A deep breath will go a long way here. Lots of emotions piling through the stadium here.
Every single emotion you can think of from both sides here so far today. That pitch, too far outside. Ball 1. So the count moves to 1-1. New Brunswick pressing, trailing 3-1. Couple ducks on the pond for Bennett, the 9-hole hitter. The pitch, cut on and missed. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Big strikeout situation here for McDonald. It would be great for him to get the second out. The 1-2. Just low, looked like across the inside corner, but it's down in the dirt. Good pick there by the catcher Howitt. So we'll do 1-2 over again, and this is New Brunswick's approach, being patient and working the count. It's worked out quite well. That one called on the inside corner, and McDonald got the call he wanted. So Bennett set down on strikes looking. The second strikeout of the day for Rory McDonald on the mound, and we turn the lineup over for Max Jardine, who reached on a walk and scored his first time up. Now 2 away. Big runners on second and third. Galbraith taking a massive lead well into foul territory. First pitch called strike.
Nova Scotia pitcher Rory McDonald is the younger brother of Halifax senior Pelham's pitcher Bailey McDonald, who I had the pleasure of coaching. It looks like they got some good baseball blood in that family.
Dudes, again, knows everyone and everyone in this tournament.
I wish we had a camera here up in the booth as the producer.
Our boss, Justin Belanger, taking a nap behind us. Has no interest in the ball game. This pitch is cut on, drilled to center field, and that is caught on the run by the center fielder.
Nolan Cheeseman. Number 11.
Nolan Cheeseman indeed playing center field today. I thought I had him down in right field, as on my pregame notes, Dudelet wrote down 2 right fielders. So we moved to, regardless, the top half of the third inning. New Brunswick strands 2 runners. They get 2 walks. The score remains 3-1.
I do appreciate Aiden pointing the finger and throwing me immediately
Under the bus.
First bus coming by. Regardless, I knew, because number 11
Volunteers going to be my favorite. Ryan Avery.
So Julian Bourgeois back on the mound after a super efficient 2/3 of an inning in the second. As much as I love the tragically hip, it's time to turn that down. Ryan Avery will dig into the box. First pitch at the top of the third. Cut on and missed. It was a low pitch. Avery wanted it and chased it. 0-1. Bourgeois pitches out of the stretch even without runners on base and delivers a breaking ball which is ripped the other way by Avery, and he's going to be aboard. No, the throw coming from right field, almost offline, so a great play by Soki to prevent an E9 that would have surely advanced Avery at least a base, and he's aboard with a single.
I feel like I've seen the throw from right field to first base more this weekend than I ever have in my very mediocre career.
Mediocre is a good way to put it. Another 2 words I'd choose were aggressively average. Bourgeois comes set with Avery taking his lead off first. And that one's ripped to the left side and a sliding stop by the third baseman thrown across the diamond, and in time, hell of a play by Tyler Stewart, who read and react on the hit and run. So Avery reaches second. But Jenkins, before I could even announce that he was digging into the box, is retired on a ground out to third base.
What an absolute beautiful play by the third baseman there. The hot corner, they don't call it that for no reason, and he proved that right there.
So Benito Bonilla, Nova Scotia's representative in the home run derby, will dig in. There's the pitch, swung on and missed. 0-1. Avery takes his lead off second. Bonilla looks down for the signs from Doucette. Doucette not even looking at him. And taking off is Avery. The step-off throw in time, and there was a block called regardless, so Avery will reach third base safely. And a sneaky heads-up base running play by Ryan Avery to take off while Bourgeois was not paying attention.
Nothing I love more than some sneaky, greasy play out there. And when I say greasy, it usually translates to heads up. He puts himself 90 feet closer and gives him a better shot here.
Now you think Avery's definitely in Bourgeois' head as a breaking ball is ripped foul by Bonilla. He's behind in the count, 0-2. Video is playing behind of Mark Moffat, our other broadcaster, and a pitch taken high by Benito Bonilla. The count, 2-1. No, we're having some scoreboard difficulties here. It is indeed 1-2, like we thought. We have to stop doubting ourselves as we seem to be on the money with the counts today.
We got to play the odds on that one. There was a good chance we were wrong.
1-2 is ripped, and it's going to be a bloop single into left field. So Benito Bonilla with an RBI single that'll score Avery. And Nova Scotia has their fourth run of the game.
And that right there, folks, was a very hard hit ball, and you can see shades of exactly why he would have been the contestant in the home run derby.
His second RBI of the day. His first at bat, he had the sac fly, of course. And Ryan McDonald, who had 2 RBIs himself first time up, will dig in for his second hacks. One away, Benito gets a good lead off first. That one is half swing off the backstop. Quickly, McDonald's behind 0-1. Justin Melange making an absolute ruckus in the broadcast booth. He's going to be ejected from it here in a second. One strike to McDonald, taken high and outside, even at 1-1. Bourgeois, much similar to Doucette, throwing strikes, but the ball just finding its way down for Team Nova Scotia early in this ball game. The 1-1. Slide step pitch in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. The lead is aggressive from Benito on first base here. Some more signs from Darren Doucette. We'll see what's cooking. The wheels are certainly turning. Not going, and that one's taken the other way to left field, and that is going to be caught over there by Bennett. And thrown in quickly, Benito Bonilla will go back to first base, and McDonald is retired.
Catcher, number 27, Brad Howard.
The catcher, Brad Howard, will dig in now with 2 away. A run already in for Nova Scotia. His first at bat, he was set down on strikes. Pitch in there, right down the middle for a strike. Snap throw back, but Bonilla is in there in plenty of time. So the count 0-1. The pitch, Bonilla is going, and that one's ripped into the gap, and Howard's going to have himself extra bases here. Bonilla rounding third, Darren Doucette waving him home, and Brad Howard has a stand-up RBI double, and almost the entire Nova Scotia dugout out to greet Benito Bonilla at home plate. And Team Nova Scotia extends their lead to 5-1. So Brad Howitt rips one into the right field gap for an RBI double, excuse me.
A little trouble counting up here once again in the booth.
Math is not our thing here at High Button Sports. And the first pitch to Carter Higgins, the second baseman, is fouled straight back. Travis Feltmate on deck as it looks like Team Nova Scotia is going to go with a pinch hitter if Higgins reaches. Bourgeois gets the pitch he likes. Delivers that one on the outside corner for a strike. So 0-2. Higgins behind in the count. Bourgeois looking to get the strikeout and end the inning. 2 runs already in for Team Nova Scotia. New Brunswick were the 1 seed coming into the ball game, and some light action out in the New Brunswick bullpen. Just a little bit of stretching and tossing. And it's Caleb Rice getting loosened up. Bourgeois comes set, checks the runner, delivers. And that one cut on and missed for a strikeout. The second of the day for Bourgeois, and the side is retired, but not before Team Nova Scotia scores 2 runs on 2 hits. And they take the 5-1 lead into the bottom of the 3rd inning with New Brunswick looking to cut that. Coming up next.
Right fielder, number 7, Alex Rushton.
Alex Rushton in the box, already ready to go with the stick to lead off the bottom half of the 3rd inning for Team New Brunswick. Rory McDonald back on the mound for Nova Scotia. First pitch, strike 1. Rushton his first time up. Reached on a single. McDonald comes set. That one cut on back up the middle and a snag. A beautiful snag for McDonald. Almost airmails the throw. And the first baseman came back down on the bag there. Ryan McDonald doing a good job to prevent an E1. And Rushton is retired.
So once again, we do see how difficult that throw is after throwing a pitch and having to calm down and throw that ball to first. Time and time again, we do see pitchers struggle with that. And that's not to discredit the pitchers, that's just an overall tough throw.
It's hard to adjust from throwing as hard as you can to the plate to making a different throw. As McDonald pounds a fastball in there to Tyler Stewart, the 3rd baseman for New Brunswick. Boulanger has stepped out of the booth, so there should be no more background noise for you listening at home.
Aiden might be without a job here very shortly.
That pitch ripped to the right side. Higgins has a read on it. Fields it cleanly, and the flip on to McDonald in time. Quickly 2 away for Team New Brunswick.
The shortstop, number 12, Dimitri Shakakto.
Dimitri Shikako will dig in now, the shortstop and cleanup hitter for Team New Brunswick. As you saw in our second angle there, that ground out to first, that looked real nice on High Button Sports. First pitch taken up and away, ball one. Sometimes we impress ourselves with our capabilities up here, so we didn't know we could do that until today.
No better time than the present.
Isn't that the truth? That pitch low and away, 2-0 quickly to Chicago.
So Chicago with a little bit more of a passive approach here at the plate after swinging at the first pitch last AB.
This one in there for a strike. So McDonald back on track here, 2 balls and a strike.
You got to think he's a little bit more calm out there on the mound. They scored a couple more there in the last part of the inning, and that's going to alleviate some of the pressure there for the young pitcher.
He certainly looks more comfortable out there after not a shaky start, but he had some trouble finding zone. That pitch looked very, very good to me from up here, but I'm not the umpire, and it's now 3-1. So McDonald comes set now, delivers the pitch, cut on and driven to left field. And back goes Croteau. He's looking up, it's over his head, and that one's going to bounce over the fence for a ground rule double for Dimitri Shikako. And New Brunswick has a sign of life as he fires the bow and arrow as a celebration from second base. And McDonald will get a new ball and try and settle back in.
I'm absolutely a huge fan of the emotion being shown out here by these two 17U teams. Obviously taking this game very seriously. I can't imagine why you wouldn't, especially with we have our first tournament here in a while for obvious reasons.
Usually these teams will be playing to compete for a chance at nationals, but this year due to COVID, not the case. And that pitch caught the umpire, and it was right down the middle, but off the catcher Howitt's glove, not ruled a strike. And you gotta say, that's the umpire sending a bit of a message to the catcher, hey, squeeze that one for me next time. But that was a very good looking pitch that unfortunately for McDonald would be a ball. And on the pass ball, Shikako will move up to third base. And Colin Betts is now the batter. Forgot to mention that part. A lot of just chaos here on the very first pitch of the at-bat to Betts. So everyone's gonna give the ump some time to recover. You gotta think the Nova Scotia coach is out saying, hey, you forgot to say strike. I know you're hurting, but you forgot to call that pitch.
It's one of those things that happens. I know a good buddy here that umpires, Mr. KP, aka Stink. He took 2 right off between the eyes, back-to-back pitches. So a pretty dangerous game back there for the umpire. And those things do happen, unfortunately.
Umpire gives a tap on the back of Howitt, saying, don't worry about it. I didn't give you the call, but won't hold it against you. 1 ball. That pitch cut on and ripped back. Foul ball. A good swing there by Betts. Patrolling center field, much like Mookie used to. Mookie Betts now a second baseman for the Dodgers. Don't know if you're aware about that.
I was not aware, no. Dodgers don't come on my no cable, so.
Dude's on a budget. The 1-1 in there, and that's a strike. Probably the 3rd strike of the at-bat. Betts didn't like the call as Belanger steps in, immediately talks into the microphone. He returns and still speaking. Apologies for that inconvenience. The count 1-2. Betts calls time, will step out. He wasn't ready.
So as you can tell, we do like to have a lot of fun with this. And we're hoping you guys are having just as much fun as we are with your viewing. And if not, I do apologize.
Most important thing is don't take us too seriously. The 1-2, ripped to right field, and that's headed towards the track. Look out! And a bounce onto the track, nobody around. Thankfully, nobody injured yet this weekend. And the count stays at 1-2. So Shikako leads off third base. Bats the left-handed hitter at the plate. His very active stance, moving the bat. Pitch from McDonald is low. And Betts doing a good job of working the pitch count here. No sign of action anymore in the Nova Scotia bullpen. They did have some guys up earlier. Gage appears to be the next guy in when he is needed, if he is needed. So deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch caught him on the elbow, and time is called. He leaned into it. He's called out. So that's going to be much to the displeasure of New Brunswick, but it certainly looked like Colin Betts leaned into that pitch.
You know what? As much as I disagree with that call, because I've had to go through it multiple times being the greaseball that I am, it's part of the rule book, which I didn't realize, and normally it's only Blaine that makes that call, so here we are again, staying consistent is the umpire, and that's going to hurt for Team New Brunswick. There's not a whole lot they can do other than brush it off and get back to it here.
Yeah, certainly a tough call to make, especially in a gold medal game, but it definitely looked like he leaned into that one. That was pretty aggressive. He was looking to get the free 90, as Dude says, and the umpire's going to get an ice pack from the Nova Scotia dugout here after he wore one. But there was no hesitation there from the ump, and that, even if it might be a shaky call, which in that case I think it was pretty clear cut, when the ump comes out right away, confident in the call, makes it seem correct at least. So Bourgeois back to the mound to warm up. We'll rejoin you for the bottom half of the inning.
I give a little bit of advice to Mr. Umpire Blaine is don't rub it.
We did just get word that the beer tent is now open over there, so Spindrift must have been listening to us. They're going to get some action, and I'm sure the parents are going to get a couple brews into them. Nothing like enjoying your child's ball game on a Sunday afternoon while also sipping on a cold beer. Pinch hitter for Team Nova Scotia here, Travis Feldmate will DH from here on out as he swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. He's in for Matt McKenzie. McKenzie struck out his first time up, so Team Nova Scotia looking for a different look here in the top of the 4th inning.
They're trying to give me a pair of those stirrups.
They are beautiful. Look like they got the Buffalo Bills stripes on them.
Not really sure who the Buffalo Bills are.
I hope that was a joke.
Once again, did not take us completely seriously up here.
The pitch from Bourgeois there is caught on and fouled off the foot of Feldmate. So the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Umpire Blaine seems to be ready to go behind the plate after wearing that fastball directly to the forearm. He iced it up. He's good to go. That one cut on and just misses Darren Doucette, who couldn't come up with it, and neither could the fan down the 3rd baseline, and he is livid with himself.
And that's going to call for another beer.
Time for another beer down the left field line there in the Spindrift Brewing tent.
So Coach Darren Doucette, known for his hitting, narrowly escaped getting drilled there. He's going to be on his toes here for the rest of the game.
He does look eager, hands on knees, ready. There's a breaking ball ripped towards center field, and Betts is underneath it. He'll make the catch for the first out. And here comes Doodley's number 11, Nolan Cheeseman.
Center fielder, number 11, Nolan Cheeseman.
His first time up, reached on a single, but then was caught stealing on a big miscue of signs between either coaches, players, or both.
I was under the impression that number 11 was retired, but I guess they tore it out of the rafters, and here where Cheeseman rocks it.
That pitch, breaking ball over his head, ball 1. They probably had to convince Cheeseman to wear number 11. They said, "Do you know the bad history behind this number?" Must mean something pretty important to him in order for him to try and live in your legacy. As we said previously on the broadcast, the worst comparison we can give a player in this showcase is Matt Doodle. Big swing there by Cheeseman, and the count's even at 1-1.
If I'm not mistaken, Cheeseman is or was a goalie from Full Harbor. I do believe I remember the name, and the name like Cheeseman, you do tend not to forget.
Doodle knows everyone. The 1-1 pitch ripped towards right field, and that is going to be caught right in our blind spot here. A good catch there by the right fielder Rushton, and quickly 2 away on a couple of flyouts.
A good piece of hitting in the opposite way there. Never an easy pitch to hit. He goes right with it and almost drops in there.
Tyler Croteau will now dig in as we're back to the top of the order. He reached on a single and has a strikeout looking so far this afternoon. It is his 3rd at-bat in 4 innings. It's a leadoff man getting plenty of ABs. And Bourgeois is having himself quite the inning so far. First pitch, cut on, and he missed it. And some signs coming from Darren Doucette. Wonder what that could be.
Most likely, don't hit me.
Was it the home run sign? No, as that one's fouled back. Misses the landscaping tractor. And the count quickly 0-2 in Bourgeois' favor here. Bourgeois already has 2 strikeouts, and there's a Ephus looking pitch on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Croteau looking to protect, wearing those awesome stirrups. And time is called there by the third base umpire. And someone was standing literally inches outside of the New Brunswick dugout, and he has been put in his place. That looks like the DH there.
Looks like
Galbraith.
Spike might have been outside of the dugout.
Maybe one spike, and that one's ripped towards center field. Betts had a bad read on it. He'll back up and make the catch. So 3 flyouts, and Team Nova Scotia is set down in order. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Nova Scotia 5, New Brunswick 1. All set for the bottom half of the 4th inning as Ryan Galbraith will dig in for Team New Brunswick, the designated hitter. Reached on a walk his first time, and he is swinging on the first pitch here. Grounds it to short where Avery fields it cleanly and flips it on to first. 1 away on 1 pitch.
First baseman number 16, Ben Soak.
Ben Soki will dig in. Left-handed hitter with some stirrups.
So no one has told the announcer that it's Soki, but he does not have the benefit of having a live chat on the fly.
Not everybody can be as set up as High Button Sports, unfortunately. McDonald delivers the first pitch. It's a breaking ball in there for a strike. Good looking pitch.
McDonald seemed to settle in nicely here with a little bit more of a cushion.
He has been solid, has not given up that run since the first inning. He's only given up 1 hit since the first. That one is going to be one though, as it's ripped towards center field, and Another solid bat toss from Team New Brunswick, as despite being down by 4, their swagger hasn't gone anywhere, and anytime they can reach base, they will celebrate it profusely. Isaac Sparrow, the catcher, now will dig in, as the bat is about 3/4 of the way to first base where it was flipped. Sparrow fires it over to the dugout, and we're finally ready to go. More fans joining us in the skybox to our right here. And a long set of signs from the third base coach there for New Brunswick. So Soki takes his lead off first base. McDonald comes set. Not going. The pitch is up and in. Ball 1. So Rice continues to warm up in the New Brunswick bullpen here. I feel like we might see a pitching change headed to the 5th. McDonald gets the sign now, comes set. Didn't look at the runner once. And that one's in there for a strike. We're even at 1-1 and a good runner's count. So if McDonald didn't acknowledge the runner there, if I'm the third base coach, I'm thinking about maybe sending Soki in motion here.
I think down 4 runs here, you want to be as careful as you can on the base pass. Maybe if that was the tying run at first, they might be a little bit more aggressive.
That one misses high. 2 balls and a strike.
You send the runner there, a nice up and out pitch would have been perfect for the catcher. The runner does stay put.
So the 2-1 pitch for McDonald here. Swung on and missed, and we're even at 2-2. Lots of barking and yapping from every side of the field here, as this has been an emotional game from both clubs. The 2-2, runner not going. That is popped up in the infield. Higgins has a read on it at second base. He'll make the catch, and there's quickly 2 down. So we're going to have a pinch hitter here for Team New Brunswick, as Jack Bennett is going to be pinch hit for. Coming into the ball game is going to be number 29, Peyton Serpa. The left-handed hitter off the bench. Big swing at the first pitch there for McDonald, and it's strike 1. There's a pitch for McDonald that was awful close, but called a ball.
I'm wondering if there's any relation to former NHLer Everett Sanipass. Really, if anybody has any information, I would love to find this out.
So the count 1-1. Cut on by Sanipass to the left side near the pickup truck that seems to just want to get hit by a foul ball this weekend. It's been parked there on the grass, asking to be hit.
I'm going to go ahead and call that Lawson hunting.
I'm wondering if we can change that out with Dudes' van. So a ball and 2 strikes to Sanipass with 2 outs, and Soki off of first. The pitch, cut on and ripped to the left side off the batting cage. We'll do it again. So 1-2 once more here for McDonald. He comes set, has a peek at the runner at first base. The pitch ripped to the right side this time, but that is just foul. So Sanipass doing a good job staying alive. The count remains 1-2. Good battle brewing at the plate. Soki not going there, and a breaking ball. Protection swing there from Sanipass. McDonald will step on first to retire the side. So nothing in the fourth inning for Team New Brunswick on one hit. We head to the fifth. Nova Scotia in front, 5-1.
The ordinance committee
So a couple of changes here for Team New Brunswick in the top half of the fifth inning. Caleb Rice coming in for Julian Bourgeois on the mound. Bourgeois' final line, he goes 2 2/3 innings, giving up 3 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, no walks. So Team New Brunswick still has not given up has only given up 1 walk so far today, and 2 strikeouts for Bourgeois. So his day is over, and into left field, taking over for what was Jack Bennett, who was pinch hit for by Peyton Santapass, is now Alex Peacock taking over defensively. So a couple of changes there for New Brunswick as they will look to have a very smooth inning here and then hit the sticks down by 4 with only 3 turns at the plate for each team left here in this gold medal game at the Atlantic Baseball Showcase. And leading off the 5th inning is the shortstop, Ryan Avery, who's 2 for 2 today, so not an easy way for Rice to start on the mound. A good hitter at the plate. And the first pitch from Rice, a breaking ball up and inside, taken ball 1.
Great style points here on Avery. Look at that's translating into his at-bats here.
He's got the arm sleeve on, red undershirt, stirrups. Looks like a shortstop for sure, and he takes that one for a strike.
You know what they say, look good, feel good, play good. I'm sure you probably have no idea what I'm talking about.
Not
that
a
is
clue.
the saying.
So the 1-1 pitch here from Rice. Out of the windup with a very high leg kick, swung on and missed by Avery. Avery's back foot didn't look set there. Doing a little bit of a dance in the box. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rice looking to start off his day with a strikeout here. I'm thinking off-speed pitch. That high leg kick, it is an off-speed in the dirt, chased by Avery. He'll run to first on the drop third strike, and the throwdown is in time. So Avery is retired, and Zach Jenkins, the right fielder, will come to the plate.
Number 15, Zach Jenkins.
Jenkins had a bunt single in the first inning. The first time I've ever seen a 3-hole hitter hit a bunt single in the first inning.
I'm assuming it was supposed to be a sacrifice and just ended up working out in his favor, but you are correct. The 3-hole, not normally known to bunt, But in a gold medal situation, you got to be ready to do anything the coach tells you.
Got to do what you got to do, that's for sure, as the first pitch of the ball down low. The 1-0. Cut on and fouled straight back. Counts even 1-1.
Coach Doucette liked the look of that hack. He looked down third base and he gives him a head nod, a little clap. He says, keep it going, straighten that thing out, and let's do this.
There's a breaking ball and a beauty. It's a slow breaking ball by the looks of it, but it is bending and it's frozen a couple of batters here already. So 1 ball and 2 strikes here for Jenkins. Another breaking ball ripped to the left side. That's fielded cleanly and thrown across the diamond by Tyler Stewart. And New Brunswick with a clean start to Caleb Bryce's day. 2 up, 2 down, and that'll bring in the cleanup hitter, power threat, Benito Bonilla. Bonilla with a couple of ribbies already today. He gets the signs from the third base coach Doucette, which says, hit it. We'll see what he can do. I'd be careful with that slow breaking ball there from Rice. If Bonilla sits back on it, there's no doubt he can rip it out of the ballpark. First pitch is a fastball in there for a strike. He has himself familiar. The catcher Sparrow gets the signs. It looks like the signs are coming from the dugout here. Oh, another. This one in the dirt. Looked like it might have been a hard breaking ball there. Not the slow bender that he's been using. 1-1. No action in either bullpen. So it looks like Rory McDonald has, until he gets into trouble at least, to keep going. There's that curveball, a little slower there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Bonilla not looking to hit the off-speed pitch here. Obviously looking for that fastball, something he can drive into an alley for extra bases.
1-2, the count in Rice's favor. Heater, and there it is, and he rips it to shortstop. Fielded, and a clean inning for Caleb Rice out of the bullpen. The New Brunswick side of things love it. They're making some noise. They now need to get the sticks going as they trail 5-1 heading to the bottom of the 5th inning.
For this game's draw. The lucky ticket number is 6-2. Second baseman number 20.
Bottom of the 5th inning here, and it's time to get something going for Team New Brunswick. The gold medal game at the Atlantic Baseball Showcase. They have the right part of the order to do it, as Max Jardine, the leadoff hitter, will dig in. The left-handed hitter so far today reached on a walk and flew out to center field. The pitch from McDonald, who's out there for a 5th inning of work, is in there for a strike. And it has been smooth sailing for McDonald here. Not giving up more than a hit through the last 2 innings.
So Team Nova Scotia sticking with their guy here, and that's a lot of confidence for the young fella.
There's a bender. Just missed the outside part of the plate. 1-1.
Crowd filling in very nicely here. Beer tent as busy as I've ever seen it.
1-1 rip to the right side. Higgins moves to his left. Fields it, and the throw is a little bit right, but McDonald makes the catch and gets out of the way of Jardine. 1 away. Higgins has been busy there at second base so far today.
Good footwork there from the first baseman.
Rushton.
That's the third play I've seen Higgins make so far, and 4-3 ground out. And Alex Rushton now, the right fielder in the 2-hole. 1 for 2, had a single. Advanced to third base, but didn't score. Roy McDonald gets the sign. The delivery, up and inside. Blaine says, no thanks. So the rain, although came down earlier this morning, is held off for the rest of the day so far.
And he's back with the broadcasting boots.
Again, I'd like to point out I did play-by-play for 2 no-hitters on Friday. So the broadcaster's jinx does not exist. As the count to Rushton now 1-1.
Starting to get chippy up here in the booth.
Things are getting feisty.
Boys.
It's been a lot of time with each other up here this weekend as that one's bounced to the left side. Foul ball. You can only spend a certain amount of time with people with personalities like Dudes and I, and things are getting feisty.
It's all in good fun, folks.
Absolutely.
You don't actually have to worry.
No, nobody needs to send the police up here or anything. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McDonald delivers. Breaking ball and a beauty. Absolutely froze Rushton, who's not happy about it. And there's 2 away.
Third baseman number 19, Tyler Stewart.
Tyler Stewart, the third baseman, will dig in with 2 away as Rushton still shaking his head on his way back to the dugout. And what a pitch that was from Rory McDonald. Knee buckler. There's the heater on the inside part of the plate. New Brunswick not liking that one either. And the knock it off from umpire Blaine. A signature there.
He's definitely heard the leave it in the muck thing before, so that's something that catches his ear almost immediately.
There's a rip to the right side, and Higgins is going to have it there. Fires it on to first, and another clean inning for Nova Scotia. The lead remains 5-1 heading to the top of the 6th.
Donald.
So we're ready for the top half of the 6th inning here. Team Nova Scotia ahead by 4, looking to add some insurance. It'll be the first baseman, Ryan McDonald, who has been solid defensively so far today. Caleb Rice had a very good inning out of the bullpen in the 5th. The first pitch ripped towards center field. That's going back to his right side. He's going to reach. He's not going to get there. This one rolls to the track, and McDonald will have a stand-up double to lead this one off. And Team Nova Scotia, once again, making some noise from the right field dugout.
One pitch and a double. You can't ask for much more than that for the leadoff guy here in the top of the 6th.
So McDonald had 2 RBIs in the first inning, had a deep fly out in the 3rd, and now has a double. So he's having himself a bit of a day. And Brad Howitt now, the catcher, he also has a double in this one. Ripped one to the right field gap and is 1 for 2. This is the first time we'll see Rice out of the stretch today. First pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike. Some action over in the New Brunswick bullpen as Cam Stewart gets loose.
There's still nothing in the Nova Scotia bullpen, so it looks like they're going to go with their dog, the big man, McDonald.
And he's absolutely earned it so far today. Rice steps and delivers. That one just missed. And some boos. The rarely heard boos coming from the left field side there. It's not often at this age group or anything non-professional that you hear the crowd boo.
I am surprised there was no knock it off call there.
There's the pitch, cut on, fouled off by Howitt. And Blaine does love to knock it off. He did have a discussion with the New Brunswick coach and told them to settle things down over there. So I'm sure the dugout will be a little less critical of the umpire.
Remains to be seen.
Time will tell. It's an emotional ballgame. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Rice looking for a strikeout pitch. That high leg kick. Fouled straight back off the netting. 3 gentlemen in collared shirts didn't even move. They look like they've seen a few ball games here before, standing in front of us. So the 1-2 once more to Howitt. Down and away. Good eye up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Things getting loud as the anticipation grows as we approach near the end of this ball game. Still lots of things to be decided here in the top of the 6th. Rice comes set. Steps off and checks the runner at second base, McDonald.
So the 3 gentlemen down there in the collared shirts are representing PBR Atlantic, and that is a scouting type service here in Atlantic, Canada, and they give you all kinds of analytics like exit velo and all those fun things, so shout out to those guys for making the game more interactive around here.
I'd like to know my analytics. Words per minute. And we're going to have a mound visit here as Rice seems to be a little distracted by McDonald on second base, and you got to think the catcher Sparrow is going to say, hey man, don't worry about it. The second baseman's now going to chime in. Keep an eye out for the hidden ball trick. Rice keeps the ball in his hand the whole time.
I'm going to assume here that they're going over the signs. No, don't want anybody crossed up here this part of the game.
Maybe you see some sort of pickoff, and Blaine and the pitcher Rice are going to have a little chat. Appears we have things all straightened out here. 2 balls, 2 strikes remains the count to the catcher Brad Howitt. Umpire Blaine ready to go. Blaine Gallant, of course, the veteran behind home plate. The maestro of umpiring in Nova Scotia, and a quick delivery there from Rice's high. And it looked like they still might have been crossed up there. Sparrow looked like he wanted to snap throw that one down to 2 bag. But the second baseman wasn't ready for it. So the count's full, 3-2. Three-two pitch is hit over the head of the shortstop, and that's headed towards the alley. Howitt heading towards second base for his second double of the day. And Brad Howitt has a pair of RBI doubles here in this gold medal game. So Team Nova Scotia adds that insurance run that they wanted. It's now 6-1 ball game.
Very small thing here from the baseball strategy type thing. Now that was a perfect double cut set up for Team New Brunswick as the ball did get into the alley. So one of those things that we look for up here is good fundamental baseball, and that was well done by Team New Brunswick.
Pitch here to the second baseman Higgins from Rice is cut on, and that's popped up just behind the shortstop. He's going to reach and make a good catch there. So there's an out for Team New Brunswick. They needed that as Shikotko reached up with the glove hand and made the catch, and Higgins is retired.
As we have mentioned, there is a little bit of a lip and an incline there just behind shortstop, and Shikotko almost became a victim of it, but stays with it and makes a nice over-the-shoulder grab.
So Travis Feldmead will come in. He's DHing, took over earlier for McKenzie. If anybody knows Beasley Field, it's definitely Matt Dudelay. He's seen a few things here. Rice delivers the pitch. That one's ripped to the left side. Look out!
Oh, what a play!
No, he dropped it.
Doesn't matter, he saved someone's life.
A hard hit ball by Feldmead into the left side bleachers. And someone, they did bobble it with their hand, but it could have been a pretty serious situation over there in the bleachers. So heads up play by someone on the New Brunswick side of things, and the count is 0-1.
It's hard to believe that fella hasn't played ball before. While everybody else ducked for cover, he stood up and tried to make the play. So big shout out to that fella in the stands there, bringing us a little bit of excitement outside the fence.
You have made our High Button Sports play of the week. The 0-1 breaking ball called strike. And quickly, it's no 2 hole for Feldmead at the plate. The 0-2 pitch from Rice out of the stretch is a fastball towards the middle. Great play there by Jenkins. Fires it on to first. And there's 2 down. Excuse me, not Jenkins. Jardine, the second baseman. 2 away. New Brunswick looking to minimize the damage to just 1 here. Dudelay's number 11, Nolan Cheeseman, will dig in.
Center fielder number 11, Nolan Cheeseman.
Cheeseman's already hit more doubles in his career or today than I have in my career, so shout out to him.
That number would be 0. He does only have a single. 1 for 2. The pitch to Cheeseman up and in. And what was that, dudes?
Some sweet chili chin music.
Right on cue. So 1-0 the count to Cheeseman, who is 1 for 2 with a single. That one's popped up over the screen. Dudelay made a play on it in our broadcast booth up here. And another mound visit here for New Brunswick. So they're having some trouble. Rice and Sparrow getting on the same page with the signs. They'll run through it again. And now hopefully we have things all straightened out. We're ready to resume play here. The count 1-1. 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning to Cheeseman. Swing and a miss, and a good pitch there from Rice.
With extra zip there.
So 1-2. Cheeseman at the plate has to protect. Rice looking for the knockout punch. That high leg kick out of the windup, and it's hit right back where it came from. And a great play by Shikotko. It's short to come back behind second base and throw it on to first. So New Brunswick, their shortstop Dimitri Shikotko saves a single, but Nova Scotia gets 1 on a pair of doubles. No New Brunswick errors, and they take a 6-1 lead into the bottom of the 6th inning.
The shortstop, number 12.
Bottom of the 6th inning here. Dmitry Shikotko will get things going for Team New Brunswick.
Very smooth play in the last half inning to end the inning. Absolutely no question about it. A guarantee there for Chicago.
So New Brunswick with 2 turns at the plate left. They trail by 5 and need to get something going here. Chicago, their cleanup hitter, will try and get things started as he takes the first pitch ball from McDonald, who's in his 6th inning of work. But Gage is up and firing in the Nova Scotia bullpen now. Worth noting, New Brunswick's third base coach has taken the pullover off. He's showing a jersey now, so he means business. The 1-0 just missed.
Also worth noting, the third base coach and first base coach have switched positions in what seems to be an effort to try and change the tide of this game here.
Trying to do anything to get it going. So the 2-0 pitch, Chicago on a big swing. Apologies if you heard that from, once again, Justin Belanger timing in with his thoughts. He was just very impressed by that swing by Chicago as he was swinging for the fences on that one, 2-1. Another huge hack by Chicago, and he is not looking to have a bloop single here. Although that honestly would help just as much as a home run here. Down by 5, you just got to chip away. But clearly he believes he has the power. The pitch swung on a miss, it's in the dirt. He won't try to go to first. Chicago is set down on strikes for the first out of the inning.
Nova Scotia dugout a little extra fired up for that one. Not entirely sure why. Maybe a little bit of drama between the teams.
A little bit of bad blood. Blood on the line here in the gold medal game. So Colin Betts will dig in. He's over 2 with a pair of punch-outs so far. Rory McDonald now working with 4 strikeouts on the day. That one is drilled to center field. And back is the center fielder Cheeseman with a catch over his right shoulder and made it look easy.
Some serious wheels on Cheeseman out there. It must have to do with the number, I'm assuming.
Anything positive coming from the number 11 has nothing to do with you. So 2 away. In brings the DH, Ryan Galbraith.
Ryan Galbraith.
He'll face McDonald, who will take, I assume his pitch count is getting up there. He'll take those 1 pitch outs when he can get them. First pitch taken. It's ball 1. Galbraith so far today is a walk and a ground out to shortstop. There's another pitch taken for a ball. I would assume we're going to see a pitching change here for New Brunswick, as there's still some action in the bullpen. That pitch taken outside for a ball.
Fatigue starting to play a factor here for McDonald. That's 3 straight balls now. That's a pretty normal occurrence for pitchers. Wondering maybe if fatigue is setting in here.
And that one also outside. So 4 in a row. Galbraith will take his second walk of the day. And out comes the coach for Team Nova Scotia here.
Pitching coach Sean Tomlinson.
LT, as dudes referred to him earlier. And we'll see if that spells the end of the day for McDonald. He doesn't seem too eager to give the ball away. And I think with 2 outs, you got to let him at least try and get out of this inning here. So Ben Soki will be the next batter for New Brunswick. And it will be McDonald staying on the mound. They're going to allow him to try and work out of this. It is just a runner on first. Not too much of a jam so far.
Number 16, Ben Soak.
The scorer's booth still has not changed the pronunciation to Soki, like we now know, thanks to our lovely viewers. Soki so far today, 1 for 1. Reach with a walk as well. First pitch is in there at the knees for a strike. So every single mound visit that Nova Scotia has had so far today has seemed to pay off as McDonald's come out firing right away. He'll step off here. His time was called as a warm-up pitch and the bullpen ended up on the field. Someone had to go retrieve that. 0-1, McDonald checks Galbraith on first. Nobody holding him on. Cut on by Soki and drilled to right field for a single. And the throw from Jenkins to second base. They tried to get the force out, but Galbraith slides in on his knees and is in there safely. So Soki's single will advance the runner. And there's now 2 on for the first time since the first inning for Team New Brunswick.
That is exactly why you hustle out every play, folks. If he doesn't hustle that, with knowing that it was going to be a single, he's probably going to get thrown out at second there. So a great job of hustling on the base pass.
And a heads-up play and a good toss there by Jenkins. Made the play close.
The catcher, number 15.
That'll bring in the catcher, Isaac Sparrow. So far today, he has a fly out to left field, and he popped out to second base. There's a swing and a drive deep to left field, but well foul into the parking lot, headed towards the beer tent area.
And that one's spin drifting towards the beer tent.
Another dad joke. Doodle averaging at least 1 per game so far this weekend, putting up some impressive numbers for the first time in his career. The count 0-1 is a solid swing there by Sparrow. Cut on there. Doodle ready for the catch, although there's a protective netting right in front of us. So the count 0-2 in McDonald's favor. He's looking to get out of this jam, get out of the inning, and probably end his day on a high note. He comes set, the 0-2. Just high.
Good elevation pitch there at the eyes. Trying to make the batter reach for that one, as it does look very good coming in at eye level.
It's a real tough pitch to lay off your Sparrow. 1-2. Breaking ball outside and a great eye up there. He's a catcher. He knows the zone really well.
One of those things that's really hard to do is halfway commit to that swing and hold the hands back. So a great job there.
Followed it all the way in. Counts even 2-2. He's looking to climb the ladder all the way back. That's fouled off, and we have a good battle brewing here at the plate.
You got to think baseball's in some pretty good hands here on the East Coast, as we're seeing lots of good defense, some really good at-bats, and some real good hitting here. So things certainly looking up for baseball here on the East Coast.
2-2 once more for McDonald. Cut on and hit to the left side, and it is foul where Benio will pick it up. Fire it back to McDonald. The runners will have to retreat. That was always my least favorite part about playing, is running and the ball was hit foul and I had to turn back and do it again. My stamina was never there.
And when he speaks in past tense, he also means currently is not there.
We mentioned that this morning. Neither of us in the broadcast booth are in any shape. Pitch for McDonald, swung on and missed, and the side is retired. So Rory McDonald gets through 6, giving up just 1 run. And what a day he has had, if this is it. Nova Scotia coming for their 7th turn at the plate when we come back.
pitching change for Team New Brunswick here as Cam Stewart takes to the mound. Close the book. As we calculate up here in the booth, we will give you the numbers here in just a short few seconds.
So Caleb Rice's day is over. He pitched 2 innings, giving up 1 run. It was earned. He had 1 strikeout and only gave up 2 hits. So it was a solid outing out of the bullpen for Rice today. And now Stewart will pitch the 7th and look to hold Nova Scotia at just 6 runs.
Tyler Croteau.
So a tough assignment here for Stewart right off the bat. He's got to face the top of the order, and that starts with left fielder Tyler Croteau. So far today, 1 for 3. Caught looking in the 2nd inning. Stewart and Sparrow go over the signs. They seem prepared. And we are ready for the top of the 7th here. Team Nova Scotia with a 5-run lead, taking to the sticks. And the first pitch for Stewart's day is cut on and ripped foul to the left side off the light post.
For the 5th time this tournament, back into play.
Stewart comes set here, fires a breaking ball in, and just didn't quite come back. 1-1. Sun continues to come through here. Another great day of weather. Another breaking ball. That one fouled off the batter, Croteau. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the 1-2, Croteau's got to protect. Stewart looking for the punch out. Fastball just missed the outside corner. Stewart thought he had it. Both dugouts have quieted down some here in the 7th inning. Still a high emotion ball game here for the gold medal at the Atlantic Baseball Showcase. That pitch protected by Croteau was outside. He fought it off. Count remains 1-2. So the 1-2 again from Stewart, pitching out of the stretch, and that one, good job by Croteau holding the bat back on the inside pitch. Takes a lot of skill to do that.
Nice prototypical leadoff at bat here from Croteau.
That one fouled off again, back into the netting.
Just wasting bullets up there.
As we see Jack Fader stroll in once again, no sleeves. Not a fan of having sleeves on his shirts, clearly. So we'll do it again here, 2-2. Fastball fouled off, and we have a great battle at the dish right now. Count remains full here by Croteau, battling with Stewart. The pitch, cut on and driven to left field. Bat's looking back, he's called up by left fielder, and it's out of the glove. And so that'll get down, as it was just in and out of the glove of the left fielder Peacock. So Nova Scotia will have a leadoff base runner here in the 7th.
The shortstop, number 12, Ryan Avery.
And the shortstop, Ryan Avery, will dig in now.
Coach is not going to be too happy about that. The one-handed snag and the ball falls in play. A very basic thing you can do as an outfielder. sometimes it does slip the mind, which I do get, but that could prove to be costly here.
First error of the day for New Brunswick. So Stewart out of the stretch will step off and look the runner back. No toss. Much to the pleasure of the Nova Scotia dugout. Screaming and hollering. And some fans seem to be arriving for the next game, the U22 championship, a little bit early. And there's a balk called by Blaine.
Going to be no pause is the call.
I think he's absolutely correct. So Courteau will take second base. He'll take his free 90 feet, and the Nova Scotia dugout is absolutely loving every minute of it. So the first baseman, Soki, will go over what he saw at least, and Stewart will have to reset here. As no pitch is the call, of course, on the balk. Count 1-0 to Avery. Showing bunt and a high pitch, and he fought it off, but it's going to go foul on the first base side. Trying to sacrifice Courteau over to third base. That one was coming high heat there. Some sweet chili chin music, as Doodley likes to say. But it goes foul, so we'll see what the call is here. Avery's had a good day at the dish. 2 for 3. Some communication here from New Brunswick on how they're going to play it should he drop the bunt down. I think they're going to let him swing away here, though. No, shows bunt, pulls back. It's a called strike anyways, and Avery knew he missed one. 2 strikes, got to protect for Avery.
Coach Doucette giving him the go-ahead here. Not going to bunt, at least go drive us in here.
And that one swung on and hit to right field. That could be trouble as players coming together and near collision, but a diving catch by Jardine in right field. So we almost have a collision between Jardine and Rushton, but Jardine, from the seat of his pants, comes up with that one, and there's one down.
And what else is there to say? Just another great play there. That ball drops in. It's going to advance the runners. Instead, the runner sits at second. So still over 90 feet away. That's a great play by the second baseman, Jardine.
Zach Jenkins will dig in now for Team Nova Scotia. He's 1 for 3, had the bunt single and a couple of ground outs to third base, and he'll take the first pitch in the dirt. Plenty of people packing in here for the conclusion of this gold medal game. The 1-0 swung on and fouled straight back. And again,
on the hands there.
good jam shot. So the count moves to 1-1. Jenkins will dig in. Courteau will take his lead off second. Stewart with that high elbow to the stretch. Breaking ball ripped to the left side. Foul ball. Jenkins was looking for that one to hop over the third base bag, but it hooked left. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stewart gets the sign from his catcher, Sparrow, and delivers a breaking ball, and that hit him. So a free 90 for Jenkins, who hustles down to first base after being beamed.
I'm a large fan of the hustle down to first base after a free 90. Would never do it myself. But it is a cool look.
Certainly is, and so the cleanup hitter now has 2 men on for him, Benito Bonilla. So far today, he had 2 RBIs, 1 for 2, with a sac fly. And he is looking to try and put this one out of reach here for Team Nova Scotia. First pitch ripped, but foul. Back towards the mezzanine level, on top of the Happy Harry's tent. Probably gave some people a wake-up call over there.
One lucky fan's gonna go home with a game ball.
a young lady from Shawinigan. So 0-1 the count for Bonilla. Stewart looking to get out of the jam. That one hits Bonilla on the hand, and it's called a foul ball by Blaine Gallant, and I have to agree that it hit the knob of the bat. And the umpires are going to come together. This is something we've seen quite a bit this weekend, is a little umpires conference.
Just want to make sure they're getting the call correct.
And I think it's absolutely off the end of the bat there. I'm going to agree with Blaine Gallant on this one. And
Certainly made the sound.
it definitely, that's either a broken bone in Benito's hand or a foul ball.
So they are going to grant the first base.
They're going to give it to him. Benito fires the elbow guard emphatically into the dugout, and the New Brunswick coach is going to want a word here, saying, how did somebody else have a better angle on that than you? And Blaine's going to say, well, they're standing in front.
The best way to find out here, if it really did hit him in the arm, is to pull that sleeve back a little bit. You want to imagine there would be a mark. Either way, Benito's going to take first base, and that's going to load the bases here.
So the base is loaded for Ryan McDonald, who's had quite the day at the plate. And back-to-back hit-by pitches here from Stewart. So Ryan McDonald has 2 RBIs, he's 2 for 3, and we are going to see a mound visit here to go settle Stewart down after the back-to-back hit batsman.
I believe it was there.
So the mound visit is over. Team New Brunswick seems content with what they've got going here. And in steps the first baseman, Ryan McDonald. As I mentioned, 2 for 3 today. He had a deep fly ball to left field that was caught, but also had the 2 RBI single in the first inning and scored after hitting a double in the 6th to lead things off. Righty on lefty matchup, infield's in. This one's cut to the right side. Scoop by the first baseman, ruled foul by the umpire. McDonald doesn't seem happy, but almost, if you're New Brunswick, you wanted that out there. So there's one away here in the top of the 7th. Nova Scotia looking to put this one out of reach, already in front 6-1. And the count is now 0-1 following the foul ball. Bases are loaded. Croteau takes the lead off third. Jenkins on second, Bonilla on first. Breaking ball waved down and missed by McDonald. A great pitch there by Stewart. And the count moves to 0-2. Big pitch here for Stewart, New Brunswick. He delivers. Cut on and missed. And he gets McDonald swinging, so Stewart's first strikeout. And there are now big 2 outs for Team New Brunswick, and they have a better chance to get out of it.
The only difference now is they get the out, but no run scores.
So Brad Howard will dig in. He has 2 doubles today and 2 RBIs. Also had a strikeout back in the first. First pitch swinging to left field. Back goes the left fielder. He's underneath it at the track, will make the catch. And so Alex Peacock redeems himself from the error earlier in the inning. Makes that big catch to prevent multiple runs scoring. And New Brunswick gets the 0 they wanted. The error doesn't cost them. They need 5 runs. We head to the bottom of the 7th. I don't think they can.
Pinch hitting for New Brunswick, Connor Sheesgreen, number 20.
So we have a pinch hitter for New Brunswick as Connor Sheesgreen will dig in and takes the first pitch strike from Rory McDonald, who is not done like we anticipated. He's coming out to try and finish this ball game, and he throws 2 strikes immediately to the pinch hitter. And this is the last kick of the can for New Brunswick here at the Atlantic Baseball Showcase. They're down by 5 in the gold medal game.
I absolutely agree 100% in letting him finish this game out. It is his game, and he has proved that time and time again here today.
Gage has been warming up for an inning or so now, so he's ready to go when they need him. But you're not even in slam range yet, so may as well let him go out there and see if he can avoid getting into trouble. What a performance it's been here. There's strike 3 called on the outside corner. Sheesgreen didn't like it. Blaine Gallant did, and that's all that matters. And looks like that might do it here for McDonald. He might be at a pitch count limit is what I'm assuming, because otherwise there's no real reason to take him out of the ballgame. And what an outing it has been for Rory McDonald. And he will leave to a round of applause here from the Nova Scotia fans.
Absolute electrifying performance from the youngster McDonald. And the pitching blood is in the family. And he's going to be happy with that outing. He passes the torch on.
Number 6, Nick Gage.
And Nick Gage will come out of the bullpen here, the southpaw. When we come back, we'll deliver you the final line for Rory McDonald and the final 2 outs for Team New Brunswick. So Nick Gage finishing up his warm-up pitches here with 2 outs to go in the 7th inning, and the final line for Rory McDonald. You cannot ask for a better outing than this in a gold medal game. He fires 6 in the 3rd innings, giving up just 3 hits, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts, and the big number is 1 run. That was an earned run, but 6 in the 3rd inning strong from Rory McDonald, and a tip of the cap to him, coming through in the clutch. So now, it's the top of the order for Team New Brunswick. Max Jardine, the second baseman, 0 for 2 with a walk. And the first pitch is outside. Ball 1.
You've got to assume the New Brunswick hitters are happy to see the end of McDonald here. He's going to lead the way for Gage.
Lefty on lefty matchup. Gage fires that one, and that's hit a frozen rope to right field. Jenkins will field it. We'll fire it back into second base. So New Brunswick with a slight sign of life here. A single from their top of the order hitter. And here comes Alex Rushton. So far today, 1 for 3. Caught looking back in the 5th inning. And if you're Gage, the best case scenario here for the gold medal is a ground ball. Swing and a miss by Rushton. He wanted that pitch. Jardine on first base.
Rushton with a healthy hack there, wasting no time.
What's your approach at the plate here if this was you, dudes? Although you probably would have been pinch hit for.
Not a chance.
There's a swing to the right side. Foul ball. I seem to remember you telling me about a Nationals AB you got pinch hit for, and it ended up ending the game.
Yeah, it was just a better option for the team. We had Veteran and absolute stud Chris Head on the bench, and I mean, it was a no-brainer. If you have a better option on the bench, you have to go to him, especially in that situation. And I'll sit here and take that one to the grave.
You almost always have a better option than Doodle. Here's the 2-strike pitch fouled back to the backstop.
My approach at the plate here, though, to answer your question, is I'm crowding the plate looking to get dinged here. Move it on to the next guy.
Well, Blaine Gallant's watching for that lean into the pitch. So be careful up there. And still no balls and 2 strikes here for Alex Rushton.
A little bit of a secret. If you just stand on the plate, there's no need to lean.
Curveball well in front of the plate. Jardine's not going to test the arm. You don't want to run into any outs here.
And look at that. Another good block by the catcher. And like
Solid
we said before,
defensive
catching at a premium here in this tournament. And it's very fun to watch.
It's been a great weekend of baseball all around here at the Atlantic Baseball Showcase. The delivery from Gage. There's a quick pause. And that is up over the net and off the broadcast booth and onto the track. Justin Melange very excited about that ball. And so the count stays at 1-2. Rushton not going down easily, which is all you can ask for in this situation if you're the Team New Brunswick coaching staff. Another quick pause there, and that one just inside. Howlett looking for the frame job behind the plate. Can't blame him.
A little bit of feet shuffling there in the box. That was a good pitch. He goes up and down, in and out.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Jardine gets his lead off first. Directly behind him is Ryan McDonald. Here's the pitch. Just missed the inside corner again. A good sell by Rushton at the plate to make it look inside. So the count runs full. Rushton climbs the ladder from being down 0-2, battles back, and it's now 3-2.
And McDonald in the back pocket here of the runner at first. Not allowing too much space. You still want to be able to make the play there.
Gage comes set and delivers the 3-2. That's low and inside, so now there's another runner aboard for New Brunswick. On the base on balls, and that'll bring up the 3-spot hitter, Tyler Stewart, who probably wants to stay away from second base, as each of his first 3 at-bats have ended in a ground out to second base.
The New Brunswick dugout here with signs of life, and rightfully so, as they are in a good spot here with 1 away and 2 runners on with the meat of the order coming up.
Coming set as Gage delivers. Pitch just outside. Blaine Gallant not giving that one here in the 7th inning. So the count 1-0. Stewart looking to be patient here as Gage hasn't quite settled in. That one looked good. Howlett wanted it. No dice. So 2 balls, no strikes. Nick Gage on the mound for Nova Scotia, looking to close this one out. There's the pitch he wanted. That one gets the call in the outside corner, and it's 2-1.
I think Gage is starting to think that maybe there was no strikes in this inning here.
Yeah, the zone seemed to tighten up here. It looks like we found the national level strike zone for Blaine Gallant. There's a rip to center field. Back goes Cheeseman. He's got a beat on it. And there is 2 down for Team Nova Scotia. So New Brunswick down to their final out. And it'll be their cleanup hitter, the guy they want at the dish, Dmitry Shakotko.
That was a good at-bat there by the 3-hole hitter. Got his pitch to hit, just missed it a little bit, and a good play by the center fielder Cheeseman, who's been electrifying out there in center field thus far.
That's the word I would use to describe it. So here we go. New Brunswick down to their final out. They have 2 on. They trail by 5. First pitch from Gage. Outside. The 1-0. Swung on, ripped to the right side. Higgins doesn't have a play on it. It's going to get through for a single. Jenkins tried to barehand it in the outfield, and they are not going to try and run into the third out at the plate. So they hold up Jardine at third base. Shakotko aboard with a single, and the bases are now loaded in a 5-run ball game. The tying run now on deck. So Colin Betts will dig in with the bases loaded.
So lots of fight out of Team New Brunswick here. Love to see it.
Nick Gage out of the windup. Fires that one high and outside, ball one. And if you're New Brunswick here, you got 2 outs. Doing everything you can to chip away. Trying to get back into slam range. The 1-0 pitch in there, strike one. Not going to get much better than that for Betts. He didn't seem to like it.
I guess as they're waiting for a strike there before they get into swing mode here with the bases loaded in their last crack at it.
1-1, I'm still probably waiting for a pitch I like here. Gage has had some trouble finding the zone. He swings and this one's popped up behind third base. Bonilla is underneath it and he'll make the catch and Team Nova Scotia holds on to the 6-1 win and a huge sigh of relief from Nick Gage. They have won the gold medal at the Atlantic Baseball Showcase of 2021. And a handshake from Team New Brunswick and the umpires, and this one is over.
That handshake there is a very good gesture from a guy from New Brunswick they just lost. He has enough decency to grab the mask for the umpire, give him a handshake, and this was just a great game all around. Ends up in a 6-1 final, but a great game played all around. New Brunswick not going down without a fight, brought their absolute best effort today. And Nova Scotia ultimately comes out on top here, so congrats to both teams from up here in the booth. It was a very fun game to call.
Absolutely, New Brunswick did not go down without a fight like you said. Nova Scotia played a great game. They got the sticks going early, and ultimately that first inning lead was all they needed today. A stellar outing from the pitcher, Rory McDonald, and I'm sure we'll see that reflected in your player of the game here. Stay tuned.
Player of the game for Team New Brunswick, number 16, Ben Soak.
Ben Soki gets the player of the game for Team New Brunswick. He had a great day at the plate, reached base 3 times.
For Team Nova Scotia.
Team Nova Scotia.
6 1/3 innings pitch.
Easily picked. Rory McDonald. You can't ask for anything better than that. He gets your player of the game. And so that's a wrap on the U17 division. Team Nova Scotia takes it home. They will move on to play the winner of the U22 division game later this afternoon between the Dartmouth Junior Dry and the Halifax Mets.
Congratulations to both squads here. Coach Doucette and Team Nova Scotia and Coach Corey Wood and Team New Brunswick. Obviously doing a lot of teaching and doing a great job with their respective programs. So shout out to those 2 guys, the staffs and the teams. It takes a lot to run a ball team and they're both doing a great job.
Absolutely, you're right there, Matthew. And so we'll leave you with the cameras on for the gold medal and silver medal presentations. But that'll do it for the U17 division here. I'm Eden Robertson. And that's Matthew Tudelay signing off.
Number 9, Wyland Batchet.